The garden of her mind.
The garden of her mind. Ava sat quietly on the park bench, her fingers tracing the patterns of the worn wood beneath her. Around her, the world seemed peaceful. The golden sunlight danced through the leaves, and the scent of fresh flowers filled the air. Yet inside her, a storm of thoughts raged. She couldn't stop replaying her boss's harsh words, her best friend's cold message, and the endless weight of expectations. Her mind was so tangled that she hardly noticed the butterfly that floated into view. Its gentle wings glistened in the sun as it danced from flower to flower. Ava's eyes followed its path, and for a brief moment her thoughts paused. She remembered something her grandmother once said. Your happiness doesn't depend on others. It depends on how you see and accept what's around you. That evening, desperate for clarity, Ava opened her grandmother's old journal, tucked away on her bookshelf. The journal spoke of the six senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, and thought, and how they shaped one's awareness. Ava read slowly, absorbing every word. When the eye perceives an image in conjunction with external forms, the mind becomes aware of what is seen. When the ear hears a sound and interacts with external sounds, the mind becomes aware of what is heard. Similarly, when the nose perceives a smell and interacts with an external scent, awareness of the smell arises. When the tongue detects a taste in connection with flavors, the mind becomes aware of the taste. When the body comes into contact with tactile sensations, awareness of touch arises. Lastly, when the mind engages with thoughts and ideas, awareness of those mental constructs arises. But the line that struck Ava the most was this: therefore, one's mental suffering or happiness is not related to external factors or others, but solely originates from oneself. The words lingered in her mind like an echo. She realized that no matter what others said or did, her feelings were not caused by them. Her suffering, or happiness, came from how she chose to interpret and respond to her senses. The next morning, Ava decided to test this newfound understanding. She opened her window and let the crisp morning air fill her lungs. The smell of rain and soil felt refreshing, grounding her in the moment. She took her time to notice the flowers blooming outside, their vibrant colors like small treasures. When the birds chirped, she listened fully, letting their song calm her thoughts. As her day unfolded, challenges came her way, as they always did. Her boss sent another critical email. Her friend's text stung with blame. But this time, Ava paused. She reminded herself that these external events didn't control her emotions unless she let them. She chose to breathe deeply and approach each moment with calm and understanding. By the end of the day, Ava felt lighter. The world around her hadn't changed. Her boss was still curt, her friend was still imperfect, and life still carried its challenges. But her perspective had transformed. She understood now that her happiness was never tied to others. It was entirely her own creation. Walking through the park that evening, Ava watched another butterfly flutter by. Its delicate wings reminded her of the truth she had discovered. One's mental suffering or happiness is not related to external factors or others, but solely originates from oneself. And for the first time in a long while, Ava smiled, knowing she held the key to her own peace.